Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. All right. All righty. All right. All right. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't give y'all too much. I love that song. Me and my wife was doing like a line dance. They got a line dance. Now I can't dance, y'all. My wife, but she a good dancer though. And so she trying to teach me how to do a line dance to October London Touch on Me. Cause it's got a little smooth groove. If I could dance, I'd dance in my own home. But see, she liked to dance. She like, but anyway. All right, welcome y'all this Friday evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Friday. Hey D, did you comment on YouTube? I think I replied to you. Did you get my reply? Did you read it? But I appreciate you commenting about my series. My decisions are never black and white. A lot of people have seen it. You did. You just did. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right, y'all. Get on in here this Friday evening. What we gonna do? What we're gonna do? Y'all could give me some likes on TikTok so they can invite more people. Um, okay. All right. I am Lady P. I'm Lady P. She said she watched it as well. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. We done had thousands of people watch it since Monday, just since Monday. So you watched the series again today with your mom. I know your mom was like, oh, clutching her pearls. Again, Brian, G, ho. All right. Who is that? Who is that? Someone sitting in my car. All right, y'all. So look, thank you, Errol. Errol said the series was so good. And look, y'all. All right. So what I'm trying to do, I want y'all, those of you who have watched the series, um, and those of you who are, what's up, Wendy? How are you? What's good? So those of you who all have watched the series, share it with somebody because we're trying to get up to 10,000 views, 10,000 people that watch the show. We're working, working. Because part of it is y'all, you got to promote what you got going on, what you're doing. Now let me say something to y'all. Everybody ain't gonna like what you do. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody, and just like me. So I put out something for the world to consume. My content every day. Started this new series, this movie. Some people don't necessarily like it. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that too, because I like it. And see, what happens to many of us, either unbeknownst to us, what we do is we we give people way more power, way more control of our emotions. Um, and so what I tell people is this: I say my happiness is not will never be determined about how you feel about me or something that I do. I know how to compartmentalize what people feel about me. And so when you get to the point when you're able to compartmentalize it based on how you feel about yourself. Now, you got to understand, y'all, you got to understand that everything you do in life, there's going to be someone that does not like it because we all are different human beings. We all have different point of views. We all see the world differently. But that is the reason why it is important. that every individual endeavors to give the weight of how they see themselves to themselves. You must, because many of us, we were taught to give our validation or affirmation to someone else. And we were taught that by our caregivers. Because many of our caregivers, we still, y'all, are holding on to the voices that were given, that were said to us, that were in our heads when we were young. I'm going to teach on boundaries in my academy on Sunday, and I'm going to break down the three phases of how we acquired our boundaries. The hatching phase. And so think about it, y'all. Boundaries are formed. Think about it. When we're a baby, and when the baby wants to be around mama, wants to be with mama. What happens is the baby is forming their view of the world. So if mama is always hugging them, you ever notice sometimes when for the first 6 months, the baby doesn't necessarily want to be held by someone else. Well, at that level, the baby is still being conditioned for boundaries, right? But then a healthy baby, you ever notice, but when the baby is healthy, the baby at 6 months to a year, the baby doesn't want to be held by mom as much. The baby start crawling, and the baby wants to explore their own individuality. Because what we don't realize is because the healthy relationship with mom, the baby feels secure that even if I crawl away from mom is in the vicinity. Okay. So that's still a form of boundaries. But now my individuality wants to explore my world, but I still feel good that mom is near. And so, y'all, I'm gonna break down boundaries so deep in my academy on Sunday that my people will never, they will understand how they arrive where they are. They will understand why sometimes they won't talk, why sometimes they want to tell a person something. They want to tell them how they feel, how they hurt them. They want to tell them how the expectation they have, the needs they have, and they will understand why they keep quiet. They will understand why it is so difficult for them to do it. So I'm gonna break that down. And for all of the ladies that are in my academy, they're going to get that. All right. But tonight, before we jump into what we're going to do tonight. So this is what we're going to do tonight, y'all. Since it's Friday night, and I've been live every day, y'all. It's been so long since I've been live every day that I'm not filming, and my coaching is done right now. My individual coaching is done. So I come live with you all. So I ain't been able to do this for 5 days in a long time. So, but every night we've had something different. Every night. And tonight, it's going to be question and answers. So tonight, I'm going to answer all questions regarding to relationship, communication, how to do something. I have all the answers, y'all. I ain't even trying to be arrogant. I don't need no notes. And I'm not going to give you, based on, y'all know what I do is I'm going to answer your question, but not only am I going to give you the answer to what, but I'm also going to give you the answer to why. I'm going to give you the psychological reasons why we do what we do, because y'all, because y'all know me, I'm always going to give you the what and the why. All right, but before we do that, thank you for the heart, Black Scorpio. Please appreciate the heart on TikTok. I don't even know what the heart means, y'all. I just know it means something good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. The number 2, okay, Black Scorpio number 22 in my fan club. I didn't even know I had a fan club on TikTok, y'all. All right. So look, check this out. But before we jump into our question and answer, like, get your questions together. Before we jump into it tonight, I want you, because I got all I got Instagram up, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Before we jump into it, tell me your name and where you're checking in from. Tell me, let's say I love you too. Thank you so much. Tell me your name and where you're checking in from so I can properly acknowledge you because you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me tonight. Uh, Coach Kid, the doctor. Lawanda, hey, how are you? Lachey from Baltimore, Maryland. Yolanda from St. Louis in the building. Black Scorpio, Houston, Texas in the building. Lisa from South Carolina. Leanne from Michigan, from in the building. Tiana from DC, the district. Tina from Michigan in the building. Yolanda from Champaign, Illinois in the building. Welcome. We got Riri from Cary, North Kakalaki. Maggie from Ohio in the building. Gloria from Georgia in the building. Joy in Monroe tonight. Hey, oh, Lady P. All right, all right, all right. South Carolina, King Street from Lawanda, Clara from Arlington, Texas, Sabrina from Texas. What part of Texas, Sabrina, are you from? All right, let me know because I love Dallas, Texas, Bellarosa in the building. Martine, did you get my text today? I'm checking on you. You see, Martine Powell, that's my dog there, one of my students too. Nadine from Connecticut, Shonda from St. Louis. Tangela from Austin, Texas. Welcome, Tangela. Thank you. Danielle. I didn't see you, Danielle, from New York City in the building. Anybody else from on Facebook or YouTube in the building? Cynthia from Pittsburgh. You got, all right, you did get it, Martine. Okay. Listen, just to let you know, your coach is thinking about you. When he don't see you, he gonna come find you. All of my students, y'all, you know, the Bible says, all I can say is a the sheep know their shepherd's voice. I'm not losing no sheep. Anybody who I'm supposed to guard their life and help them on this journey, they can't get away from me. I'm not the kind of coach. I'm not the kind of coach that's going to sit back and let you just fall away. And I'm not saying Martine falling away. She got other stuff going on. But I just need her to know that coach is here. D from St. Louis in the building. All right. So, Latasha. Hey, Nisi. Nisi, good evening. Nisi in the building. Latasha Simmons in the building. All right, y'all. Linda from what Shiton. All right. So somebody, woman of faith said, my first time, what kind of coach are you? Ask the people in the, I let the people in the, somebody answer woman of faith what kind of coach I am. So the people will tell you. The people will tell you what kind of coach I am. All right. So tonight, y'all, okay, the doctor is going to answer your questions. And then if you don't have any questions, now everybody got questions. All things relationships, whether relationship is with your mama, your brother, your romantic relationship, non-romantic relationships. So Maggie asked me the question. Maggie says, were you dating when your now wife walked away from you? What was the context? Good question, Maggie. Good question. So what Maggie's talking about is at some point, my wife wanted to move beyond where we were. And, you know, I was kind of content. I was commitment averse. And my wife came to me one day and she said, I can no longer do this. And my wife said to me, I've shown you that I'm a wife. I've been there for you through tough times. I've shown you everything I can show you. And you know, she said, I can no longer do what it is we're doing. And so my wife walked away from me. And day one, she walked away. And you know, my ego, I'm like, well, do what you gonna do. Do what you gotta do. And this is a great point, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And so when she walked away from me, my ego kicked in. I was like, well, I got somebody. I'll find somebody else. I'm good. Day two, I'm like, she tripping. Day three, I'm like, what's up with her? And so let me tell you what began to happen to me that many of you are unwilling to do. My wife was willing to separate herself from me because she finally told me. I remember the day we had that talk. She says, I finally got to the point where I love myself more than I love you. And I didn't realize how powerful that was at the time. But by day 5, it was 7 days she was away. By day 5, I I realized that my life felt empty without her in it. I also realized that I didn't want to be without her in my life. By day 7, I called her back and I said, look, can we talk? And I said, I'm ready to move forward and commit to this relationship because she wanted to be married. She wanted to be married. And I said, I want to marry. I want you to be my wife. But here's the power of it, y'all. Somebody asked this question. See, many of you are unwilling to separate yourself from that other person because you are afraid that they might leave you. You are afraid that you may not be able to retain the relationship. And so, what I said to her was the time that I was separated from her, I was able to see my life without her in it. And I no longer wanted to do that. And the people that I teach, and see, had I walked away, I wasn't the one for her. You see, some of us are so afraid. I did last night. Go back and listen to what I said last night. If you want to change any relationship, it starts by changing you first. And so many of us are unwilling to change who we are to become who we need to be to have what it is we want. Ooh, cold. That was fire. Woo! I'll say it again. Many of us are unwilling to change who we are, okay? To become who we need to be to have the thing that we desire. And so my wife said, and I often ask my wife, why was this time different? She said, because if I didn't make the move now, if I didn't do it now, if I did not make that decide now, that the truth is I would have never done it. And I realized that I needed something else in my life. Okay. And I decided that the only way I was going to get it was I had to step away from the relationship. So that was the context. We had been together for a long time. I always tell people, I coach people not to do what my wife did. She was a special woman. I tell people, don't stay as long as she did. I was like, look, I tell them, no way, no way, no way, no way. I would. All right. So, any other questions? So tonight, y'all, I am here tonight to answer your questions, to answer any questions that you might have. Okay. And so if anybody here has any questions regarding all things relationship, it don't have to, it can be communication, it can be relationships, it can be platonic relationships. It doesn't have to be, it can be not romantic. It could be dating. It could be friends and family. How do you restore a relationship? Conflict resolution. It could be all those things. But I decided that I wasn't going to teach tonight. Well, I was going to teach, but I was going to teach through your questions. And for those of you who know me, know that I'm not about I'm not about bashing people. I'm not about it. You know, somebody says unfound me says mission you are caught in the act, not air, caught in the act. Yeah, you missing me because we're not on right now. We will be back October 21st in the building, MTV, caught in the act. All right. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up? There go my student, Cali Mixon. Hey, I love my students, y'all. They are Heidi. You're so wonderful. Thank you for being my student. I appreciate you. Hey, Suki, how are you? All right, let's see. Is this Dalika says? So what if you married and that person don't want to change for the better. What do you do? I get this question a lot. And here's the question. The question is, you're married to someone, but they don't want to change. A lot of times I get that. And so the first thing I always tell people, don't just run away from the relationship. Okay. I said the first thing you got to do is change you. And people say, well, wait a minute, change me. I said, yeah, change your approach, change to what you're doing. Because yesterday, I need you to go back to Lika and go listen to the thing I said yesterday. I said, if you want any relationship to change, all you got to do is change you. And I broke down why it works. And I broke down how the brain sees conditioning your subconscious mind. I broke down. So the reason why, and I said this yesterday, I said, people act towards you based on the perception they have about you. And that perception has been conditioned over time based on the way you interact, based on what you do. And if you want people to change, you have to change yourself. And that could changing yourself might be, I'm no longer going to tolerate what it is I'm tolerating. I'm going to create a boundary. It might be I'm going to communicate differently. You have to be willing to change you. Now, if the person still they want to change, but the truth is they're going to have to change something. But what it is a lot of times when we're in relationships, because the other person doesn't want to change, our happiness is predicated on someone else's actions. And y'all, when you get to the point, the truth is, the point is, my happiness is not predicated on how you feel. I'm just not. Even if we're married, because some people being a marriage so long, they've been in a marriage, y'all, and nobody wants to change, especially because we don't want to change. It just happens. So Emily says, how do you maintain a man's attention if you're not getting physically intimate before relationship status? One of the things I would say is simply this: is is men are visual creatures. Men are visual. You want to definitely keep yourself up. And y'all, here's the misnomer. The misnomer is every single man ain't attracted to the same thing. Every single man don't want a size 6. Every single man. And so just like every woman doesn't want a slim, tall guy. I mean, everybody has their different thing. And so what I would say to you is, even if you're not being intimate, I want you to look your best. All right. I want you to be at your best or strive to be at your best. Accentuate your positive points, the things that make you, you. And if you lose a man's attention because you're not intimate with him, then that's the only thing that he wanted from you. Just gonna be honest. Now, I often say this: a man can want sex from you, right? He can want to be intimate from you, and if he really digs you, he can want it, try to get it, but he is willing to hang around because he's feeling you, not just for sex. Okay. Danica, if you just want to talk to me, best thing you can do is email me at coachkencanion@gmail.com. And what I'm doing this month is I'm talking to people for 15 minutes and to see if I can help you. So yeah, my team was set up. We had several people today reach out and reach out and we'll set up a time and we'll talk. I always tell people I'll give you 15 minutes. I normally can diagnose pretty much everything in 19 minutes or less. That's just my gift. All right, let's see what we had more other questions. Let's see what there was something else. What's your advice on a man who once wanted a relationship, but now is emotionally unavailable? So the question is, Why is he emotionally unavailable? Has he always been emotionally unavailable, but you didn't notice it because he was showing you attention? And furthermore, what makes you think he's emotionally unavailable now? And he was because you're presumptuous. You're making some assumptions that he's emotionally unavailable now, but he was emotionally available once upon a time. So explain that to me before I can give you an answer. Okay. Yes, I am a relationship coach and a communications expert. Always classy. I am. I'm surprised you don't know about me. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm glad you're on my page. But you never heard of me, but you know about me now. I'm fairly well known. I'm fairly well known. All right. Happy 78 says I saw your YouTube videos. Yes, thank you so much. Um, yes, you noticed me from a show from Caught in the Act Unfaithful on MTV. I am the relationship coach on that show. Me and Terry Roman. I am the co-star on the show. Yeah. I'm on that show. I'm on that show. Okay. All right. Uh, so here's another question. I I I want my ex back, but he mad I reached out to his exes to get his attention. Now, now self-care. Why did you reach out to his exes to get his attention? Now let me get Coach gonna always be honest with you. You do know that's toxic too. I hope you know that. Now think about what you're saying. To get his attention, I am doing attention seeking behavior instead of communicating. I am doing attention seeking behavior. I reached out to his exes and now he is upset with me. So he is upset with you because of what you did. Now, all right. So what I'm going to say to you now he's mad. So you're gonna have to let him process what you've done to see if he will come back. Now, your love self-care, you need to reach out to me so you don't mess it up if he was to come back. Because what you're doing, he don't want to come back. He don't want to take you back. If he were to take you back, I don't need you because you doing that is attention seeking. That kind of behavior will turn a man off. Because think about it. If a man did that to you, it would turn you off. It would turn you off. Okay. I'm just saying. I would tell you to reach out to me so I can help you. If you want coaching, maybe you don't want coaching, but you can reach out to me at coachkencanion@gmail.com. Yo-Yo92 says, in a situationship and he wants to be chased, why can't he step up and act like a man? First off, there's so many things in that question that is presumptuous, that's crazy. She said, and now listen, I'm gonna break down the question because this may help somebody else. She said, in a situationship. Now notice, y'all, first thing, the type of relationship it is, a situationship. So a situationship comes with meaning that everybody's assuming a certain role in a situationship. And she says he wants to be chased. Well, in a situationship, he can just situationship. The very nature of a situationship is transaction. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna smash when I want to smash, and that's the extent of our relationship. There is no commitment in the relationship. And then, so yeah, I want you to take initiatives because you have subjected yourself to this kind of relationship. And you say, why can't he step up and act like a man? He is stepping up and acting the very way that you have allowed. You haven't created any boundaries. And so what he's saying is, why should I have boundaries now? You want me to have boundaries now? You want me to do something? And furthermore, I can get everything I want from you. Why should I do anything different? And why would a person pay for the cow if they can get the milk for free? I'm just saying. Always Classy said, no, it was on a weight loss show. Yeah, I was on The Biggest Loser years ago. Because The Biggest Loser got got a documentary out. Yes, I was on that show years ago. I loved it. I lost since I've lost 160 pounds since being on that show. Actually, I tell people the show saved my life. All right. Somebody says you give great advice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. So let me see any questions over here. All right. Someone says, I have a first date tomorrow. What questions should I ask? He seems very interesting. First of all, I have a whole book on, it's called Just Ask, how the right questions can reveal the right person. I have that. Now, but since you don't have the ebook in front of you, first thing I want you to do is, first thing I want you to do is I want you to think about how you ask questions. Now watch what I'm about to say. Most people attempt to get to know people asking what we call conscious questions. Now follow me on this, y'all. Conscious questions are questions that we readily know the answer to. So here's what I mean. You might ask, well, where'd you grow up? Well, who's your favorite team? What school did you go to? How many kids you have? You are asking questions that the answer is readily available. Conscious questions. The problem with conscious questions is you can't truly get to know a person asking conscious questions. To get to know a person who they really are, you have to ask what we call subconscious questions. Now, what are subconscious questions? Subconscious questions are questions that lie in your subconscious mind. For instance, to ask them a question like, hey, tell me two things you learned from your mother that helped you become the man you are today. Well, that's a subconscious question. Do you know why it's a subconscious question, Suki? It's a subconscious question because I have to go into my subconscious mind to get the answer. So think of your subconscious mind as like a computer that stores all of your beliefs, all of your memories, all of your pains, your traumas, all of your emotions. And so if I ask you a subconscious question, you have to go retrieve the answer. But those are the kinds of questions you need to ask someone. All right. So let me give you, if you want my book, my ebook for it, Suki, all you got to do is go on my website. It is so powerful. And at the end of the book tells you why to ask the questions. And at the end of the book, it gives you 250 subconscious questions that you can ask. And then the reason you want to ask subconscious questions, because it helps you to reveal the person before you get emotionally engaged, before you get your heart on the line. So that's one question I would ask. So if you want that ebook, it's an ebook, you can download it, and it comes with an audio. You can listen to it via audio, and you get the ebook. So you got both. Go to CoachKenCanion.com, scroll down, and you'll see the Just Ask ebook. Hey, hey, Rose. Rose is my lead coach in my academy. She put the link of it. But Rose, she's on Instagram. She's on Instagram. Put the link on Instagram, Coach Rose. Coach Rose put the link on Instagram. All right. All right. Let me see what else we got. Let me see who else we have. All right. Shayna Lally says, Shauna Lally, I forgot. I don't know for sure, but I just want to make sure. She says, what does it mean when your BF of 3 years, boyfriend of 3 years, tells you he will prefer if you get a BBL? And I am insecure for being hurt. All right. I have also forgave cheating. All right. What she said her boyfriend of 3 years says, I want you to get a BBL. I would prefer you get a BBL. Okay. And she says, I'm secure now. I'm insecure now and I'm hurt. And I also forgave him of cheating. Okay. Let me tell you something. Is Shayna, I don't know, baby, but let me talk to you as your father or your uncle. He's not that into you. You may love him, but what he's saying is who you are is not enough for me. And especially, it's okay that we do enhancements to our body if we want to do it, if you want to do it. But you don't do that because someone else wants you to do it. Because you might get a BBL and then it might be like, well, why your ass so big? I mean, so honey, what I would tell you is you got to work on your self-esteem because let me be honest with you. There is a part of you who doesn't believe she's enough. There is a part of you, baby, who has low self-esteem and you have allowed this person to perpetrate that because you've internalized it, because you love him. And I'm going to tell you something. If he doesn't appreciate you, there is some man out there that will love your dirty bath water. And I'm gonna tell you, because a lot of times when we get in this, and if he's cheated too, and you took him back, the truth is, and then he feels like you're not enough. And what you're doing, the more you take him back, the more you keep doing, you keep enabling him. That's all I'm saying. And if you want a way to get out, to find somebody new, email me at coachkencanion@gmail.com. And let's talk for 10 or 15 minutes and let me show you how I can help you. But I hate to hear stuff like that. All right, let me go. It's a lot of questions. Okay. You enjoyed my movie, Decisions That Have a Black and White. By the way, y'all, we have over 5,000 people who have watched the movie. We're trying to get to 10,000. I think we close to 10,000, but because the numbers keep ringing up, and y'all who have watched it, y'all know it's deep because I put the movie out because I wanted people to know what it's like to be a coach. See, it's easy, y'all, to say what you will do when you're not in a situation. It's easy. And as a coach, y'all, I am entrusted with people's lives, with people's secrets, with people's emotional wellness. And I wanted to give y'all a glimpse into my life. And ain't it crazy, y'all? It's amazing. For those of you who have not seen my series, I want you to go to Tubi. It's on Tubi and it's free. It's on Prime too, but you have to pay $4.99 to get it on Prime. I want you to watch it for free. So go to the Tubi app, either download the app or go to it, watch it on your smart TV or your laptop and type in Decisions Are Never Black and White. We have three episodes of the Decision series. It's so popular, y'all. We working on season 2 and our goal is to do 10 episodes. Yo, it is so popular. So people are like, yo, that right there was intense. So for those of you who have not seen it yet, just like TT said, I enjoyed your movie. Just like Lady P said earlier, me and my mama, I watched it. Then me and my mama watched it, and she enjoyed it too. Yo, it's going to create in you a thing called psychological uneasiness. And many of you are going to feel uneasy about the things you see. And that's the goal of it. It's to make you think, what would I do if I was in a situation like that? What would I do? And so I want you to go watch. And for those of you, especially if you want to reach out to me and you want me to get on a free call with you, I'm going to ask you, did you watch my movie? The movie is free. Don't cost you nothing. 3 episodes. I want you to go watch, because if you ain't watched my movie, don't call me. All right? Don't call me. Because if you're not willing to invest anything in this and you want me to give you the answers to your problems and you're not willing to watch my movie, don't call me. I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm giving it to you for free. I charge $600 an hour. I'm giving it to you for free. It's good. It's my work. All right. All right, let's see what else we got. All right. Somebody says, what is the best approach to your husband if you think he's cheating, but he's denying it? Why do you think he's cheating? There's a reason. There are trust issues already in the relationship. So what I want to know is, why do you think he's cheating? I want to ask you that part. Let's see what else we got. All right. Ooh, it's a lot of questions. Lot of questions. Thank you, Coach Rose. Coach Rose is my lead coach in my academy. Coach Rose is the bomb. She putting the links up, the Tubi links for you to watch it. All right. Let me see. Somebody says, Ask to Know says, a guy approached me at church, said I had a commanding presence and introduced himself. Now he says nothing. Um, he said you had a commanding presence. So let me tell you what that means. That means that he was interested. He was interested in you. All right. And for whatever reason, he didn't follow up. Did you show any interest in him? Did you smile when he approached you? Because a lot of times, y'all, many of y'all have resting bitch face. Somebody approach you. Men don't want to be rejected either. So he doesn't follow up. And then you're like, what happened? I said, were you invited? I'm just asking. If you were, then I'd like to know the context behind it. I really would. All right. So let's see what else we got. Somebody says, all right, you're right. He was yelling at the top when I called him 2 days later. All right. No, somebody said, no, for real. Oh, that's self-care again. No, for real. I had a guy pay for his girl BBL. And then he said he didn't like her anymore. You're right. That's what I just said. He paid for the BBL and then he didn't like it. You could get a BBL, going back to the young lady earlier, and then he's like, well, I don't really like the BBL. So that's why, y'all, we gotta love us. And if any of you are wrestling with the idea of self-love, all you got to do, Coach Rose is a self-love beast. She teaches our ladies the power of self-love. My wife even taught today in our academy. She talked about I am enough, showing you how to understand that who you are is enough. You will never, now I want to say this to y'all. You will never be enough for the wrong person, no matter what you do. No matter, no matter what you do, you will never be enough for the wrong person. Okay? And so let's see. And she's forgiving cheating. The man is going to ruin her insides. Okay? Inside out. Where's the movie? The movie's on Tubi. The movie's on Tubi. You can download it on your smartphone. Yep, the movie's on Tubi. Okay? See, yeah. Tubi, decisions are never black and white. Yep. Decisions are never black. Yeah, I got some people who done watched it too. I got some people who done watched it. Sandra D says, boom. What's the name again? Decisions. All right, let's see who else we got. Why does a man accuse you of cheating when you aren't? There could be a number of reasons. Number one, it could be that he has trust issues too. Could be in one of his last relationships that he had somebody do, because women cheat, y'all, too. Women cheat almost as much as men. There was a study that came out, and they said 23% of men cheat, 19% of women cheat. So make no mistake about it. And I don't know which age group. There was a study that I saw. But number one, he could have been cheated on. Number two, he could be projecting because he's doing something similar. Okay. Or number three, he may feel like you are doing things that warrant that behavior. So that could be a number of reasons why he believes that. What I suggest y'all do, princess, is get some coaching. Get together and let a coach bring out the real reasons. You let a coach bring out the real reasons why there is a lack of trust. That's what I would do. Okay. All right. All right. Somebody says because he's insecure by himself. That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true, but it could be. It could be, but not necessarily true. All right. I mean, y'all, so here's the thing. I hate to wrap things up into a situation where we think that there is one answer. Without really delving deep, y'all, you don't always know the answer. That's why you need somebody who understands human psychology, human behavior. Because a lot of us diagnose people, I hear these would-be internet coaches or influencers diagnose him. Oh yeah, he's a narcissist. Oh, hey, Coach Rose. Oh, he's a narcissist. The first thing they want to say, oh, and most of us don't even know that there are roughly 18 traits that a true narcissist has. And do you know the average person, you, me, have 6 or 7 of these traits? So somebody could say you're a narcissist. And so because you don't have any professional training, you don't even know what it is. And do you know being a narcissist is not even a medical diagnosis? It's not. Okay. Narcissist is just another word for being an asshole, right? Now, I don't want to go into I don't want to go into all of that. But what I will tell you is, y'all, most of us don't know what we talking about. We just be talking. We're just talking about stuff. And so all of the people that I've coached, can I tell you something? Somebody came to me today, and the person found out their partner was cheating, and they were irate. And by the way, I get it because the reason why people get irate when someone is cheating is because everything they believed, their world view is shattered. Everything they believed about their world is no longer true. And because their world is no longer true, it's not, so they are forced to deal with this new world, this new image of who they are, and then their partner. Okay. And so I always tell people that is why infidelity is so devastating, because it alters your view of the world, alters the view of your life, alters the way you feel like you're interacting. So everything you feel like you believe is a lie. So yeah, it is tough. It is super tough. Somebody says, woman, you got it to pull up now. You got the decisions are never black and white. Glad you're pulling it up, y'all. Thank you so much, all of you all who decided to support my endeavor to create this movie series on just what it's like to be a relationship coach. And I wanted you all to get a bird's eye view of some hard stuff. And the reason why you notice some of us always say, Coach, why you didn't give us the answer at the end? I said, because I wanted you to be the coach. And that's why I said, what would you do? I wanted you to be the coach. I wanted you to experience what I experienced. And they call this psychological uneasiness. I wanted you to coach the people. I wanted you to tell them what they should do. And it's crazy, ain't it, y'all? And everything is never black and white. Decisions are never black and white. Go check it out on Tubi. Go check it out on Tubi. All right, let me see what else I got. I got more questions. Okay. Emily says, a guy I dated turned me down 2 times, and now he wants a third chance. Not a lot of time went by when he would say, let's try again. I want it to work between us, but the hurt part of me is not allowing it. Can I be honest with y'all? If a guy turns you down 2 times, he ain't that interested. He's not that interested, because any man that wants to be around a woman or with a woman, he's not going to turn you down. He's not going to do it. He's going to move heaven and earth to be around you, to see who you are, what you do. No, what I would do, I would walk away, because what he's showing you is that I don't value you on that level. And because I don't value you on that level, this is going to happen again. Just, you can proceed accordingly. But let coach tell you this is what's going to happen. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. I'm telling you, it's going to happen again. All right. All right. All right. Let's see what else. What else we got? Thank you for your enlightenment. You have a point there. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So here we go. Chances. Imagine being married to your lesbian wife for 36 years, okay? And now they decided the lifestyle isn't for them. Do I continue to try to make it work or walk away? So let me explain this to you, Sharon. See, here's the thing. If a person is a lesbian, that means they have a belief system that allows them to get in a relationship, to a lesbian relationship. All right, fine, fine. But what happens is when a person's core beliefs change, like it's almost like a person who says, you know, my core belief is I believe as a Christian, I believe in Jesus Christ. But then I decide my belief changed and I decide to be a Buddhist. All right. Then once I decide to be a Buddhist, my behavior, my vision, and my ideology and viewpoint of the world is going to change. So that is what we call a core value. When your core value changes, if our core values are not aligned, then the relationship will rarely work. Rarely work. It just won't. And I'm not telling you to walk away. I'm just saying that your core values have changed. Your core values are different now. If this person, you can try to make it work, but one of the reasons why it's going to be different, it ain't like y'all, I decided I used to like seafood and now I don't like seafood. That's not a core value. That's a preference. Okay. A core value is a belief system in the way that I see the world. And that's going to be the problem that you run into. Her belief system has fundamentally changed. Okay. And Sharon says we have a lot invested. We own a home. Yeah, it's no different than anybody else getting a divorce. But you know in your heart, Sharon, that it's not going to work because the other person's belief system has their core value has changed. And so what I feel bad, and that's fine. You believe you were born a lesbian, and that's okay. That's your belief. I have no problem with your belief. Because remember, as a coach, y'all, one of the things about me, you will never hear me say something is good or bad, right or wrong. I don't. Only thing you will hear me say as a coach is it working or not working? Why is that? Because what's good for you may not be good for me. What's right for you may not be right for me. As a coach, my job, if it's not working, to help people make it work. And so that's the reason I'm so successful. I come on the show that I'm on Facebook, I get all kinds of relationships. My job is if it's not working, here's what we do. If it's a communication issue, this is why you have a communication issue. Now, and some people might look at me and say, well, I ain't gonna coach nobody who's in a lesbian relationship because I don't believe in it. Well, that's you. That's you. God put me here to restore relationships. And then you can do what you want to do. You can do it. I am a Christian. I believe I'm married to a woman. But I'm gonna help as many relationships as I possibly can. And if you don't like that, unfollow me. All right, y'all. I'm just saying, cause y'all, I have a mandate, and my mandate is to show God's love. That is my mandate, and that's what I'm gonna do till I get off. Y'all feel me? Just recently, I gave her on her credit card. Now she wants to get a separate phone. Sharon, the truth is, she's disconnecting from the relationship. She is disconnecting from the relationship. And you know what? You know what? That's it. She's disconnected. Somebody says, God says, people will never trust a coach like you. Yes, they will trust a coach like me. They have trusted a coach like me. You know why, Goddess? Because I get results. Do you think because I get results, that's why they trust me? Because I've saved 303 marriages. That's why I put thousands of people together. That's why. That's why they're going to trust me. And those who don't trust me ain't my client. They're not my client. But thank you for telling me I'm great. I believe so too. I believe so too. She's totally disconnected, Sharon. I would tell you now it's time for you I know it hurts, but now it's time to focus on healing. Okay? Time for, all right. I like how transparent you are and thorough. I watch you on TikTok throughout the night. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. I do appreciate you. All right. Any more questions? Um, Sharon, here's what you need to do. You need to reach out to me and you need to book a session because you got a lot going on. I can't answer it all here because there are other questions that you need to answer. Reach out to me at Coach Ken Canion at gmail.com. Coach Ken Canion at gmail.com. Okay. And what I'm going to say to you, is I'll talk to you. Let's get on call free. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. And what we need to do, and then I can show you how I can help you because you're going to have to go through the healing process. Reach out to me at coachkencanyon at gmail.com. Marissa said, I love those funky specs. Thank you, Marissa. I got a lot of these glasses. Y'all, I like this. Let's say Phoenix coaches and fellow coach. Hey there, Phoenix. Thank you, Phoenix Run. Thank you so much. Phoenix, thank you so much. Glad to meet you. What do you coach? I'm glad. I love anybody in the work. I love it doing this work. Where can I find a high value man? They're all over. They are all over. So let me ask you a question. I got to address this. This person says, let me see, Grace. And I want to be honest with Grace. Grace says, how can I find a high value? Where can I find high value men? Grace, can I ask you a question? This term high value man, I have a problem with that term. Y'all want to know why? Because high value has nothing to do with high character. What I think Grace should be asking, y'all, and this is the problem with social media. I think Grace should be asking me, where can I find a high character man? And see, what it is we pay so much on value. The truth is, I got a whole bunch of clients who got men that make a whole bunch of money, and they are miserable. They are miserable. They got plenty of money, 6,000 square foot home, but it's lonely because they don't have a man of high character. So your better question is, how can I find a man of high character? You coach Phoenix Rising says, I coach people in mental health. I just followed you. Yeah, let me follow you, please. I want to follow you. Yes, I'm open to hit me up in my inbox there, and then let's follow each other because I have an academy. I'm always looking for new coaches to come in and teach my people. Yeah, because I believe in collaboration. Collaboration is the new capital. That's it. Thank you so much. Coach, can you see my question? What was your question? Is it eunuch? Eunuch, what was your question? Let me see. Did I miss it? I must have missed it because this thing, I got four things up. Can you ask it again or copy and paste it? Because I don't see you. I don't see it. What's the question? Rose, maybe you can put it back up there for me. I don't even know where it is. Sandra D, you would love to join my academy. My coach Rose is my lead coach in the academy. Coach Rose, get Sandra D's info, and let's reach out to her. She said she wanted to join the academy. Or you can email me at Sandra D at CoachKenCanion at Gmail and leave my people your number, and I or Coach Rose will reach out to you. All right, we're going to make sure you get in the academy because all our students are successful. Most of them, anyway. The ones who do the work, most all of them are. All right, Eunuch says, we're married. He's with someone else. What? We're married, but he's with somebody else, and I'm sure he's completely checked out, but he's denying it. Now, Eunuch, I don't know how old you are, but I'm going to treat you. I'm going to treat you like I treat my daughter, or treat my daughter. If he's with someone else, he has checked out. Now you might be, but what you're holding on to, sweetheart, you're holding on to the idea that he's not and that you can get him back or you can win him back. When he's telling you, he's showing you, but for some reason or another, you don't have the courage to walk away. Okay? I need you to email me, Coach Ken Canion at gmail.com. Let me, and Coach Rose, let me help you. Because if you ever wanted to win him back, you have to change what you're doing completely. And I'm not saying you should try to win him back because I don't know the dynamics, the circumstances. Because y'all, a lot of times people give advice, but they don't know the circumstances by which whatever occurred. So I need you to reach out to me. But I need you to tell me something unique. Tell me, thanks, Coach, for speaking with me. Who is that? Who I spoke to today? Who is that I spoke to? Called baby. I spoke to about 8, 9 people today. Who is that? Who is that I spoke to? So I'll know who that is. I just want to make sure because I spoke to a lot of people today. But I'm glad. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much for saying that. Hey, Tanya. Okay, yeah, Tanya. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. How to help a partner who has social anxiety or depression? Get them coaching or therapy. That's the best way because they need some coping strategies. Because if you don't have the coping strategies to help you when the social anxiety happens, you don't know what to do. You won't know what to do. Hey, Heidi, my wife was good today. She did a good job. She in our academy. She did a marvelous job. I hadn't listened to it yet. I was too nervous. Hey, Coach Rose. Coach Rose is my lead coach. She's amazing. I will reach out to you. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off. I wanted to have this opportunity to just talk to y'all. I wanted to have it because somebody said, what did you tell me? All right. Okay, TikTok about to cut me off. I don't know why. But anyway, y'all, they said, oh, drag it over. Hold on, let me see. Oh, man, you crazy. Okay, TikTok is saying they're about to shut me down. Okay, they were about to shut me down. I don't know why. Because they said some inactivity. We've been active. All right, y'all, I'm about to get off. Marissa said, yeah, exactly. You can't buy love. Some relationships are transactional. All right, y'all. That's my time. We did 5 whole days this week. Next week, I think I'm going to do like 2 or 3. My school's homecoming is next week, so I ain't going to be out here. But anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all. Listen, before I go, for those of you who have not watched on Tubi, go to Tubi, please, and type in decisions are never black and white. Decisions are never black and white. And let me know what would you do in those 3 situations? It's a great watch. Go get you hooked. All right. And then once you watch it, share it with all your friends and family. All right. That's my time, y'all. Decisions are never black and white on Tubi. Watch it on your phone, watch it on your TV, laptop, whatever. All right. Peace.